What's going on, everybody? Today I have a updated settings video for season 2 of Marvel Rivals. Um, this video is to help out anybody who's just getting into the game or is still lost and trying to find their settings. And hopefully these settings can help y'all be as good as you want to be, or even just compete at a decent level. But let's get into it. Display, you should be using HFR mode. Gives you 120 frames per second, but you only have this option if your monitor or TV supports 120 FPS. So if you don't have it, you'll probably be on standard mode. You'll be locked at 60. Huge difference in terms of how well, like, let me not do that. But anyway, try to have it on HFR if you can. I would also turn your network stuff on so you can see if you're lagging and stuff in game. This will help you tremendously, honestly. Audio, I turned some of it down because this game can be loud sometimes in terms of just the noises and stuff that happens. But I wouldn't turn it down too low because you still need to hear ultimates and other voice lines that indicate stuff is happening. The cursor sensitivity is just this reticle right here, like how fast this moves when you're in the menu. I would turn it up. I don't know why I have mine at 100. I just have it like that for some reason. Vibration, I don't play with it, but you could. It's up to you. Some people like vibration. Me personally, I don't. I used to like it, but my aim got a lot better after I stopped using it, so I don't know. Trigger dead zones, I have not messed with that personally. You can mess with that if you want to. It's all up to you. Here is the horizontal and vertical. You can adjust these. I know this looks slow, but I'll show you a setting later that'll make it not feel slow. And I would recommend the vertical and horizontal be anywhere from like 130 to 180 in terms of with this specific setup I'm gonna give you. But on a certain character I'm gonna show y'all later, you should have it up some because you need faster sense. But here's I use dual zone curve because this is my preferred curve. I would use this or linear. I would not recommend exponential, but I mean, you know, you could try it to see if it works for you. Everybody's different. But I would recommend dual zone. I'd say the one con, if I had to give a con with dual zone, is that it gives you stick drift depending on how low you put this cast to maximum, because this is your dead zone basically for dual zone. If you have stick drift, turn this up until you don't. That's what I would recommend. But when you change it, it changes the curve. So you gotta be careful. But dual zone is really responsive. At least with this setup, dual zone is very responsive in this game. Linear is also pretty good. The only thing about linear is that it's basically just one sensitivity. So like whatever your horizontal is, whatever your vertical is where you're moving. There's no like slow movement in between. And if you prefer that, by all means go linear, because that's what you would want to use if you like just having a consistent movement at all times. Eye gaze targeting, this is just the dead zones from last season, or just like your dead zones. So I know they kind of worded it weird, but this is just your dead zone. The max sensitivity boost, this is what I was talking about. So this will allow you to play a slow sense like this, but still be able to turn around. I have this at 100, so I can turn around as fast as possible. And so it's not as ridiculous when you turn. I have the response time at 100, so it'll give me a little delay in between so I can still turn around and still be able to react, but it's not like instant and I don't have my reticle where I need it to be. This just makes it so it's even more delayed when you turn. I would not recommend doing this, but you could. Vertical max sensitivity boost, so it's like the horizontal boost, but for vertical, obviously. I would not recommend this because you don't need to look up as much as you need to turn around in this game, to be honest. I don't play inverted, so I don't swap any of this, but you know, some people's brains like work like that. So you could switch this if you play inverted in most games. Props to you if you do, because that's kind of crazy. But here's the aim assist. Okay, so I have my window size at 20. I previously had it at 50, but to be honest, while it did make my projectile characters a lot more consistent, I started noticing with hit scans the overlap is not really good at all. Like, it really messes with your aim with hit scans. So what I would do is, for projectile characters, I'd put it at 50, and hit scans I'd put it on 20, maybe even lower depending on the character. But yeah, that's, in terms of aim assist window, that's what I would do. All the setting is like the bubble around someone's character when you're aiming at them. So like how big you want the window to be when you have aim assist. And if you put it higher than 50, you won't be able to like do anything. Like, your reticle will get pulled all over and it's ridiculous. I would not go any higher than like 50. But even in this game, 50 is a lot. So I'd recommend you lower it for hit scans, but projectiles have it higher. Projectile ease in, I have this on the default. I've tried it on 100, and I've had some success with a higher window size, but with the lower window size, it feels really loose. But you could play around with it if you want to. It could be helpful. Hit scan, ease in. This is, I have it on 75. I'm still playing with this, as hit scan is, with these certain settings, hit scan is a little inconsistent, I will say. But projectile, like, if you play Hawkeye or like any of the other projectile heroes, the sensitivity will be crazy for you. But it can still be good for hit scan. You just gotta find your way. Like, turning the ease in up makes it more smooth. Like, as the description says, like, lower ease in, sharper ramp up. Higher ease in is a smoother ramp up. So if you want it to be more smooth, just turn it up. If you want it to be sharp, turn it down. Melee, I have it on 0, although I actually do play Black Panther a little bit, so I'll show you some settings for him too. They added these movement dead zones. I haven't touched this either, but I would mess around with this tweak it to the point where you don't have stick drift, but as low as you possibly can, so you get immediate movement when you move. I would recommend that. In terms of my reticle, I just use a standard dot. I'm regular, but you know, it gets the job done. Turn your HUD, this HUD widget scale, turn this to large so that you can see, because if you have on default, it's not as big, but when you put it on large scale, you can actually see more on like the bottom of your screen and stuff. It's really nice. I don't know why I have this toggle on default, but health bars, turn this on so you can see your teammates' health bars at all times, so you know, like, if they're weak and you need to back up and stuff like that. Should help you out. UI, I don't have the Chronovision thing on because I binded my ping button to my left, the left D-pad thing, because, you know, I used to play Overwatch and my ping button was the left D-pad, so I just had it binded like that. Although the Chronovision's good because you can see destructible objects. I would maybe bind that somewhere, but currently I don't have it binded. Actually, I could put that down. Okay, there you go. In terms of what? That's pretty much it for settings. And then, oh yeah, BP. Let me go to BP because that's the one hero I have stuff changed for. When you play Black Panther, you need to play a higher sense. I play around 220 because my boost will let me turn around fast enough so I don't have to go to some extreme sensitivity. Now, you can play 500 and be the fastest thing alive on here, but I'm telling you right now, most people will not be able to get used to that immediately. That'll take some time. So if you're just trying to get like an immediate fix right now, I would do like 220 because it's much easier to get used to. But you can go 500, be an actual demon, but that's up to you, honestly. And that's pretty much the settings I would do right now to fix anything that's giving you issues. Now, in terms of like getting higher rank and stuff, like I would try to find people to play with. Like solo queue is pretty rough. That's been me for a while, but I mean, if you play, you'll get better. Eventually, you'll break through eventually. You just gotta give it time. And yeah, that's pretty much the settings and stuff that would help you do well in this game. But if y'all would like to see any more specific settings for characters or just any more tips and tricks, drop it down in the comments. And thanks for stopping by. I hope y'all have a great day. See you later.